Look, I love my dog. You love your dog. We all love our dogs so much, it actually hurts my chest a little bit when I look at them. But, and I say this with so much love, we are idiots. Absolute morons. We are literally killing them with kindness. Standing here on a pedestal, I've been a trainer for 15 years, and I once fed a border collie a bagel because he looked at me sad. I'm weak. We're all weak. But the stuff I see clients doing, it's chaos. It's genuinely scary. You think you're being nice, but you're actually turning your wolf descendant into a diabetic footstool. We gotta stop. Because nutrition isn't just about, will this give him diarrhea? Though, trust me, that is a huge part of my life I wish I could delete. It's about behavior. It's about longevity. It's about respect. We're gonna go through 10 things, 10, that you're definitely doing wrong. And if you say I don't do any of these, you're a liar. Or you own a cat. Which, fine, whatever. But for the dog people, we need an intervention right now. Grab a coffee, put down the treat bag, and let's get into the mess we've made. Let's start with the big one. Literally. Overfeeding. Look at your dog. Really look at him. Does he have a waist? Or does he look like a bloated tick? Because I go to the park and I see golden retrievers that look like ottomans. They don't walk, they roll. And owners go, oh, he's just big-boned, he's just fluffy. No, Brenda, he's 40 pounds overweight and his knees are screaming. We have normalized fat dogs. We think a chunky dog is a happy dog. It's not. It's a dying dog. Harsh? Yeah, but true. The biggest mistake is the eyeball method. You just scoop, looks like a cup, maybe a cup and a half. He looks hungry, let's add a splash more. You are terrible at estimating volume. I am too. If I eyeballed my own food, I'd be eating 3,000 calories of pasta a night. You need a measuring cup. An actual, boring, plastic measuring cup. Better yet, a scale. Because a scoop is not a unit of measurement. And that bag recommendation, the chart on the back of the kibble bag, that is a lie. That is written by people who want to sell you more dog food. If you feed what the bag says, your dog will explode. Feel their ribs. You should be able to feel them without digging, like the back of your hand. If it feels like your knuckles, too thin. If it feels like your palm, too fat. If it feels like a memory foam mattress, we have a problem. Then there's the table scraps, the silent killer. This is the hardest one because it's psychological warfare. You're eating a burger, the dog puts his chin on your knee, lets out that heavy, tragic sigh, and you break. Just a fry, you say. Just the cheese wrapper. Stop it. Stop it right now. There are two huge issues here. One, you are creating a monster. You are training your dog to hover, to beg, to drool on your pants. You are teaching them that your plate is their plate. And then you call me 6 months later crying because your dog jumped on the counter and ate a Thanksgiving turkey. Well, yeah, you taught him that human food is up for grabs. And two, pancreatitis. It's not funny, it's expensive, and it's painful. Dogs can't handle the grease, the salt, the onion powder, the garlic. Their bodies aren't designed for Taco Bell. They are scavengers, sure, but they aren't garbage disposals. And I know, but he loves it. Yeah, I love drinking wine in the bath dog doesn't mean it's a balanced breakfast. You have to be the adult in the room. If you want to share, put a piece of plain boiled chicken in their bowl at mealtime. Not from your hand, not while you eat. Make a boundary. Because right now, you don't have a dog. You have a vulture that lives in your house. And it's entirely your fault. Look, I get it. Truly I do. Life is hard, math is hard. And standing in the pet food aisle staring at 47 different bags of brown crunchy nuggets it's a nightmare. So you just grab the one that says dog food and you go home. But here's the thing. You wouldn't feed a newborn baby a ribeye steak, right? And you wouldn't give a bodybuilder a jar of pureed peas and tell him to go hit the gym. It doesn't work like that. But I see you guys doing this with your dogs constantly. Oh, the bag says all life stages, so it must be fine for my Great Dane puppy and my 13-year-old Chihuahua. No, it's not. If you have a large breed puppy, think big, goofy paws, growing like a weed, and you feed them regular puppy chow meant for a small dog, you are basically supercharging their growth plates. They grow too fast. Their bones can't keep up. It's a mess. You're literally causing orthopedic issues because you didn't want to read the fine print. And then there's the seniors. Poor old Buster just wants to nap, and you're pumping him full of high-calorie performance fuel. Now Buster is fat. Buster has joint pain. Buster is looking at you like, why did you do this to me? Nutritional needs change. They just do. Puppies need the building blocks. Seniors need the joint support and less fat so they don't turn into Ottomans. And giant breeds, they need very specific calcium ratios. Stop guessing. Stop just buying the bag that's on sale. Your dog's body is a machine. Stop putting diesel in an unleaded engine. Just read the bag, please. Okay, raise your hand if you've fallen for the wolf. You know the one. The bag has a picture of a majestic gray wolf howling on a misty mountain peak. And you look at your French bulldog, who is currently snoring so loud he's waking himself up, and you think, yes, this. Barnaby needs to reconnect with his ancestral roots. He needs the power of the wolf. Stop it. Marketing teams, they are smarter than us. They are paid millions of dollars to trick your brain into thinking grain-free means healthy, and that gourmet actually means something legally. It doesn't. It means nothing. If the bag says with real chicken, did you know that legally that can mean a tiny, pathetic percentage of chicken? It's mostly corn and sadness. But because the front of the bag looks like a Whole Foods ad, you buy it. You're buying the vibe, not the food. Turn the bag over. Ignore the front. The front is that guy on a dating app who says he's 6'2", but shows up and he's clearly 5'8" on his tiptoes. Look at the ingredient list. The first ingredient should be meat, and named meat. Chicken, beef, lamb. Not meat byproduct. Not poultry mystery meal. If you can't pronounce the first 5 ingredients, or if the list reads like a chemistry experiment gone wrong, put it back. I don't care if the bag claims it was inspired by the diet of wild lynx. Your dog lives on a couch in the suburbs. He doesn't need to hunt. He needs quality protein, not a marketing gimmick wrapped in plastic. Don't be a sucker. This one, oh man, this one makes me twitch. I go into clients' houses, lovely people, beautiful homes. You guys have nicer kitchens than I do. And I walk over to the dog's water bowl, and I can smell it before I see it. It's the top-off method. I know you do it. The bowl is half empty, so instead of picking it up, washing it, and filling it with fresh water, you just pour new water on top of the old, stagnant slobber water. And then there's the food bowl. You just dump the new scoop right on top of the dust and crumbs from breakfast, day after day, week after week. Go touch the inside of your dog's water bowl right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. Does it feel slimy? Like a slippery, gross layer of snot? That is biofilm. It's a literal condo complex for bacteria. Salmonella, E. coli, Serratia, they're all having a party in that slime layer, and you're making your dog eat and drink out of it. Would you eat off a plate you hadn't washed since last Tuesday? Would you drink from a glass that's been sitting on the nightstand for a week, just topping it off with warm tap water? No, you'd vomit. You're not a savage. But for some reason, we think dogs have these iron stomachs that can handle swamp water. They don't. This is why your dog has chin acne. This is why their breath smells like a trash can. It's not doggy breath, it's bacteria breath. Wash the damn bowl. Hot water, soap, every day. It takes 10 seconds. Stop being gross. Okay, look, I get it. You're in the pet store, you see the bag with the majestic wolf on it, howling at the moon, and you look at your French bulldog snoring his own face off, and you think, you know what? He deserves to be a wolf. He deserves the premium, grain-free, bison-infused artisan nuggets. Or maybe you just forgot to buy food. You're a human disaster. It happens. I've been there. You run to the corner store, grab whatever bag is there because it's 9 p.m. and you're panicked. So you get home, you take the bowl, and you just swap it. Old food gone, new food in. Stop. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. You are about to ruin your carpet. I'm serious. You are signing a contract for a biological explosion. Here's the thing people forget. Dogs have these gut biomes that are surprisingly sensitive. They get used to one thing. When you suddenly throw a totally different protein or fiber balance in there, the bacteria in their stomach go, "Whoa, I don't know what this is. Emergency protocol, evacuate." And then you get the blowout. You know the sound. You're sleeping, it's 3 a.m., and you hear the gurgle, the rumble. It's the scariest sound in the world. So you have to transition. You have to be boring. Do like 25% new food, 75% old food. Do that for a few days. Let his stomach get the memo. Then go 50-50, then 75. Take a week. Take 10 days. I know it's annoying to have 2 bags open. I know you want to just dump the new stuff in. But unless you really enjoy scrubbing stains out of a rugged Dawn while crying, mix the food. Just mix the damn food. All right, raise your hand if your dog has a job. And I don't mean emotional support supervisor or head of security, where they just bark at the wind. I mean, does your dog herd sheep for 6 hours? Does he pull a sled? Does he run marathons with you? No? Okay, then why are we feeding him like he's training for the Olympics? This is the biggest lie we tell ourselves. We look at the back of the dog food bag, which, by the way, the bag is a liar. The bag wants you to buy more food. The bag says, feed 3 cups for a 50-pound dog. But that recommendation, that's for a dog that burns calories. Most of our dogs, let's be real, they are furniture with a pulse. They go out, they pee, they sniff a leaf, and they come back inside to sleep for 18 hours. That is a potato lifestyle. If you feed a potato like an athlete, you get a very round potato. And it fluctuates. This is what drives me crazy. In the summer, maybe you're hiking, maybe you're at the park. Great, feed them up. But then November hits, it's raining, it's dark at 4 p.m., you don't want to walk, the dog doesn't want to walk. So you sit on the couch, but you still fill the bowl to the exact same line. Where does that energy go? It doesn't vanish, it turns into fat. And I know, but he looks at me with those eyes. He acts like he's starving. He is a liar too. He's a con artist. He would eat until he exploded if you let him. You have to look at the dog, not the cup. Can you feel their ribs? You should be able to feel them lightly, like pencils in your pocket. If it feels like a memory foam mattress, you're feeding too much. Cut it back on the lazy days. Their feelings won't be hurt, but their knees will thank you. Okay, let's talk about the good boy tax. The treats, the chews, the bribes. We are all guilty. I am guilty. I once gave my Malinois a piece of expensive Gouda just because he sighed. He literally just sighed. And I was like, here, take my soul and this cheese. I'm weak. I get it. But seriously, guys, we have to stop. We are killing them with kindness. literally. We look at a bag of treats and go, oh, look, it's just a little tiny bone. It's cute. But to a 20-pound dog, that is a Snickers bar. You give him 5 of those just for sitting? Congratulations, he just ate lunch and dinner. And don't get me started on the chews. Bully sticks, pig ears, those rock-hard yak cheese things that cost more than my car payment. These are calorie bombs. We treat them like hobbies. We think, here, go be busy for an hour so I can watch Netflix. Fine. But then we turn around and pour a full bowl of kibble at dinner time like nothing happened. No, math exists. You can't cheat math. If the dog eats the giant pig ear, the dog doesn't get the full dinner. It's physics or biology, whatever. It's calories. If you keep doing this, you end up with a sausage on legs. And yeah, chunky dogs are cute on the internet, but it's horrible for their joints. The fix? Use their actual food. I know. You're screaming, but that's boring. Is it? Is it really? Have you seen a Labrador eat? They would eat drywall if you put gravy on it. They do not care. Measure out their daily kibble in the morning, take a huge handful out, put it in a baggie. Boom, training treats. Cost? 0. Calories? Neutral. Your dog's waistline will thank you. And honestly, so will your wallet. Because have you seen the price of freeze-dried liver lately? It's extortion. All right, this next one. Look, I joke around a lot, but this isn't funny. This one actually scares the crud out of me. Feeding right before or right after heavy exercise. Picture this. You just smashed a double cheeseburger, large fries, a chocolate shake. The works. And then, immediately, someone screams, "Go!" and chases you with a weed whacker. You have to sprint. You're gonna throw up, right? That's the best case scenario. You puking on your shoes. With dogs, specifically big dogs or deep-chested dogs, like Great Danes, Shepherds, Dobermans, even Boxers, it's way worse. It's called bloat, or GDV if you want to sound smart at parties. Basically, the stomach flips, it twists on itself like a balloon animal, traps the gas, traps the blood supply, and it kills fast. I see people at the dog park, they're throwing the ball, chuck-it arm flailing, the dog is panting like a steam engine, tongue hanging out sideways, and then bam, they dump a bowl of water and food right there before loading up the car. Or they feed them a huge breakfast and immediately go specifically to play frisbee. Stop. Just stop it. You have to wait. It is annoying. I know it is. You come home from the run, the dog is staring at the bowl, you're staring at the clock. It's a standoff, but you gotta give them 30 minutes. An hour is better. Let the heart rate come down. Let the panting stop. Let the body go from survival mode back to digestion mode. If you're rushing out the door in the morning to get to work, feed them later. Get an automatic feeder or feed them way earlier, but do not mix chaos and digestion. They don't mix. It's a recipe for an emergency vet bill that will make you cry, and a heartache I don't want you to have. Just chill. Let them chill. The food isn't going anywhere.